Yo guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're just finding it fresh today. Today we're going to be looking at some of the vlogging that I have done at the Pokemon trading card game regional event that took place up in Liverpool this past weekend. This video is going to be a vlog about kind of my experiences with it, how my friends got on and how they did at the regional event, and I guess kind of giving you guys a bit of an insight into what actually takes place at a regional event. So this is kind of like a great first stopper to kind of understand what happens at a regional event and what kind of events are on and what kind of events are available to you when you're there, and all the fun shenanigans that you guys can get up to while you're at the event. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. This is the first ever vlog I've done. I've recorded it all completely on my iPhone, so if the footage is completely bad, I really do apologize, and I'll look at fixing it in the future. But this is kind of just a first one, just to kind of, for me to feel the taste of, or just get used to vlogging. It felt very weird, I'm not going to lie. It feels very, very strange doing it. So I hope you guys enjoy some of this vlogs. I will jump back in with present me, jumping in between to kind of fill in the blanks, because I didn't always get all the content that I wanted to. Walk into the venue.
You ready?
Where's Luke? Oh, he's running late.
Luke left his wallet. No, hair check, bro.
Hair check. Jeez. Alright, Colin, how you feeling today?
Tired, sad, negative.
This is basically the general feel, the general vibe. The general vibe in this place.
Poverty.
Dave's trying to vlog right now and it's not going well. Right, we're going to drive to the venue. It's about 20 minutes. There he is. Hope you saw that. Catch you guys in a bit. This is so sick. So I guess now is a really, really good time. You guys have just seen the venue. It's a massive, massive venue. Like I said, there are vendors everywhere, and it is just honestly what I call a nerdgasm. It's crazy. So the question that I guess that you're all asking right now is, what deck am I playing? What is my deck of choice going into this event? And I think that was a good question, actually. I didn't actually know the question to that myself. I was really torn between, do I really want to try hard and get a really good result, or do I want to go and have fun, just go for the social aspect? Because one of the best things about these regional events is that you get to see people from all over. I started my Pokemon trading card game journey back in Swansea. I've made loads of friends there in Swansea. I've made loads of friends in Cardiff. And then I've moved obviously out to Portsmouth, and I've made loads of friends here. And these regional events are a great excuse for people to all get back together and to just meet and catch up and have a really good time playing some Pokemon. So, obviously there was that side of it too. In the end, I was kind of in a bit of a mix-up between about 3 different decks at the time. So there was the meta deck, which was Mew VMAX. I had that like kind of on one hand. I then had the single strike Urshifu with Umbreon VMAX as another option to kind of be a bit abusive to the meta of Arceus and Mew at the time. Or I had this outside curveball, like spicy deck, which I'm not going to go into, but that was something I was potentially toying with as well. And I was kind of testing a lot on the Friday. I had some time to test with my friends who I traveled up with, and I kind of ended up settling just on Mew VMAX. I kind of just wanted a deck that I knew would work, so that in the day of the event of playing 9 rounds consecutively with very small breaks in between, I needed a deck that I knew would work. And if there was anything wrong with the deck, then I know it was me that was the problem. I can't blame a bad deck if the pilot's bad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of that vibe. So I ended up settling on Mew VMAX. I'll post a little picture of the list that I played, and yeah, without further ado, let's just jump back in and see how I got on.
Okay, so we are currently on our first lunch break in the Liverpool regionals. I'm currently 2 wins and a tie, which is the best I've done in like a very, very long time. It feels super, super good. I'm playing UV Max. I'm hoping you guys can hear me through the mask. I have to wear them through this event, but it's really cool. Yeah, round 1, I played up against a Speaking Ludicolo, and I unfortunately prized the boss game 1, and my opponent prized the cross switcher, but he was able to retreat back and get the dub. And then I pulled back and won game 2, so that was my tie. Game 2 then, I played a Arceus Inteleon list, and I just smacked that 2-0. It was so quick and easy, it was absolutely crazy. And then the third game then was a Mew VMAX Mirror, and I just got the Dream Meloetta, kind of 4 energies in play, belt and power tab to take the big VMAX knockout. And then we didn't manage to finish game 2, but game 2 was completely mine anyway, from boss and escape rope to finish the prizes up. So yeah, so we're going really, really well. Got another lunch break in like 3 more games, so hopefully we can get the dub and we can keep pushing on to this event. So wish me guys luck.
And I'm back again. Sadly, I didn't make a second interval match report, so I'm going to give you guys a quick update onto what happened on my next 4 games, it turns out. We were supposed to have 3 and then a lunch break, but it kind of turned into 4 games, then a lunch break, and then final 2 at the end. So I'll kind of quickly, briefly summarize what happened in those games and who I was playing. So round 4 ended up going into another Mew Mirror. This list was slightly different. It played some Marnies, which is very outside the curve, but sadly for me, game 1, I did a really bad play. I was dominating the game. My opponent agreed that the game 1 was going my way. Sadly for me, though, I completely forgot that double turbo energy and his Oricorio is minus 40. So when I went into a boss Genesect, that is not a knockout, and that then meant that I instinctively took the prizes. My opponent also thought I took the prizes until we realized it was too late. Sadly, then a judge ruled that it would be a double prize penalty against me, and then that completely shifted the game's favor to my opponent. And then in game 2, my opponent played it a lot better and navigated the matchup a lot better, and sadly was able to beat me. So that was a bit of a shame coming back off a lunch break, and I thought, oh no, my spike or my run is over at this point. I've had my first loss. I then jumped into round 5. I ended up playing a Arceus Lycanroc VMAX list. This is very, very interesting. It's very built to deal with the Mew VMAX matchup. Sadly, though, for my opponent, that things just went a lot my way very quickly, as Mew always does. Game 1, it was basically a quick donk. I got a God set up, and I just needed to basically release a Sparkle and knock out my opponent's lone Pokemon for the game. Game 2, then, my opponent managed to make a Path of the Peak stick for way too long, and that shifted the tempo to my opponent, and I kind of just scooped the game up, knowing that we had half an hour for game 3 to finish it up. And then game 3 was basically just the dream for me. I think he started Crobat V, which is unfortunate for my opponent, because usually in an Arceus, you want to obviously bench 2 1 prizes and your Arceus, but sadly he started the Crobat V, which meant that I was always able to go for a Elisa Sparkle and then Escape Rope play to take the 2 prizes, which then means afterwards I could just go boss for game, which is what happened. So we got a win in round 5. Round 6 then, my heart sank because I looked at my phone and realised on Arcanine Labs that I'd paired Nico Alabas, and he was playing the Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon Moltres deck, which was completely designed to deal with Mew VMAX. That being said, I was very fortunate game 1. I think he was slightly bricking, and he also started the Rapid Strike Urshifu V. And as you know, with that deck, you want to keep feeding Sobbles and Drizzles until you're ready to go into your combo turns to take your last remaining prizes. So he quickly scooped up game 1, and we went into game 2. And then luckily for me, that I was able to get a pretty good start, and I just kept the pressure on. Every turn I was taking knockouts on Drizzles or Octilleries. Nico Alabas, he did manage to get the big Galarian Moltres knockout on the VMAX and the Yoga Loop knockout onto my Meloetta. But sadly for him, I don't think he had the resources left to finish off the game, while I was able to set up a second Mew VMAX to clear and up. So that was a very happy 2-0. To play against Nico Alabas is obviously an honour, but to actually beat him was just something surreal for somebody like me. I'm not that great. I just love playing the game. Going into round 7, then, which was the last game before lunch, I played a Arceus, Inteleon, and Birds kind of list, I think it was. The result of that was a tie. My opponent basically got a very good game 1. He just kept the pressure and took the relevant knockout, so I quickly scooped that up. And in game 2 then, I was able to win just by going off of a natural boss-boss combo and just won and cleaned up the game that way very quickly. And then in game 3 then, I had the pressure. It was in my favour, and I think my opponent did a Marnie and couldn't really do much from it, but was able to bench more than 2 Pokemon to keep himself in the game for the next 2 turns of time. So sadly that resulted in a tie, whilst I had, you know, the perfect Mew VMAX, Meloetta, Oricorio, 3 Genesect board state, which, as you know, if you've played against Mew, is the dream board state you want to be in. So sadly that was that. Had a quick lunch break then, kind of just needed to go outside, get some fresh air, touch grass, if you will. Just wanted to recuperate. I found that some of my friends from Cardiff, shout out to Elliot, he was also on the same record as me. So we were praying we didn't pair each other, because that would have been horrible. That would have both, well, you know, we'd have cut our chances at day 2. And yeah, we were just vibing each other and just kind of spur each other on to get those good results. Round 8 then, I ended up pairing up against Fabian Poyol, and he was playing, again, the Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon Moltres deck. And this was tough. So game 1, he literally saw me set up really well and then just instantly scooped up because he couldn't do anything. And then in game 2 and 3, my opponent just played flawlessly and exactly how that deck was designed to basically deal with Mew VMAX. He played it to perfection. So shout out to Fabian Poyol, and he absolutely destroyed me. So yeah, shout out to that deck, man. Tord is crazy with those deck builds. I've got to give him credit where credit is due. So going into round 9, I knew I had to win if I was in for a chance of making top 64 to get points. And my opponent flipped over Rapid Strike Inkay. So if you know, you know it is the Rapid Strike Malamar deck. And I was very, very nervous about this matchup. I hadn't really tested it with Mew VMAX. And all I knew was keep up the pressure, keep going for Octilleries and Cinccino's, because that was the kind of list that he was playing. Just keep the pressure up on him. Fortunately enough for me, I won game 1 by just abusing that Oricorio. That minus 20 damage made such a difference. My opponent basically would have knocked out my Mew VMAX with a complete fresh one-shot from a Rapid Strike Malamar had the Oricorio not been there. He was 10 damage short of one-shotting my Mew VMAX, which meant that I could take the final prize for game. And then in game 2 then, he basically conceded because he couldn't take the prizes enough. And I kept abusing the Oricorio attack on Mew VMAX to just knock out his Inkays on the bench. And then whenever I needed to, or whenever he'd put damage on my Mew VMAX, I would just copy the Mew V, shuffle it back in, and just completely just abuse that prize trade. So yeah, so I actually finished 5-2-2, and that was 17 points, which usually at most regionals is, CP for Pokemon to qualify towards the World's Championships. Sadly enough for me, though, I finished in 69th out of 373 Masters, which means that I technically bubbled top 64, which is a big shame. But that being said, it is the first event back after lockdown and after COVID, and it's honestly the best result I've ever had at a regional event. So for me, I can't really complain too much. I had such a good time. I'm so glad I picked Mew VMAX. I had a really, really good fun time. Yeah, the deck was amazing, as you already know if you play Pokemon, and if you don't, then I recommend you check out some videos around Mew VMAX and how really good that deck is. Anyway, let's jump to then time me.
How are we feeling, boys?
Dave, how are you feeling? Right. Connor's the most chill 9th place finish day 1 I've ever seen.
Nah, he's positive side, mate.
And Luke is just done with life.
I'm chilling, bro.
And I finished 69th. 69th! 69th I finished. Just missed points, I'm gutted. But we move. I'll do a little bit more of a match report, but I'm just finishing the event and I'm absolutely starving and I really want the biggest McDonald's I've ever seen. I'm ready. I'll fill you guys in and cut to another me. Let's go! Yo guys, back in the BNB. Destroyed a lovely McDonald's. We're all super tired. Connor's got day 2 tomorrow because he placed 9th after day 1, which is crazy. Yeah, back in the grind tomorrow. So we'll cut some shots at the venue and do some fun stuff tomorrow on the Sunday. I think I'm doing some cheeky Nando's, meeting up with some friends and browsing some vendors and playing some fun side events. So we'll catch you there.
Day 2, baby. Let's get it. What you saying, Dave?
4-0.
What you saying, Luke?
Oh, Connor's gonna smash it. Easy.
Connor's in day 2. He's hopefully going to get in before us. Let's have a look at the queue and see how bad it is. Is it not? Yeah, I think so.
We're going to jump straight into some post commentary over the lovely, lovely, perfect editing skills that you can see and recording skills that you guys can see. So if you guys, like I said, are in two minds about attending kind of regionals or are a bit anxious or nervous about what happens at those events and things like that, I hope this video kind of gives you guys, I guess, an idea into what to expect, you know. There are so many vendors selling so much Pokemon product. It is incredible. You know, there's everything from booster packs to sleeves to playmats to plushies. As you can see, you've got some lovely, lovely plushies. I ended up picking up one myself. I picked up that lovely Alolan Executor you can see there. So he's going to chill nicely next to my Froakie and Lycanroc that I bought from previous years. And yeah, it also gives you a chance to buy some exclusive Pokemon products too, so things that are only bought from Japan or like very rare stock, people will take them there and sell them. And it's just a great way of getting your hands on some amazing, gorgeous cards. Like, look at some of these trays, man. It is crazy just standing over these trays and looking over the numerous rarity of cards, and it's just such an experience. And you know, if you enjoy Pokemon and as much as I do and my friends do, then I really implore you to do it. And this is the lovely prize wall. So to get these rewards, things like packs, playmats and such, you have to take part in any of the lovely side events that are on throughout the day, and you get these little tokens then that are like rewards points or rewards tokens, and then these then get converted into prizes. But it's also a great way as well to learn more about the game. You get to meet some very, very seasoned veteran players. Like I said, you know, I played against Nico Alabas on day 1. You know, players like Tord Reklev will be there, Robin Schultz will be there, Pedro Torres. These are all like majorly big pro players, and they all go and compete with these new unique decks. And obviously the deck that eventually won the tournament was that Rapid Strike Urshifu, Inteleon and Moltres deck. And you know, another cooked up home spice from Tord Reklev himself, and you know, piloted perfection to a win. But also, you know, there's some fun events too. Like I said, there's like a tournament style cup event that you can see some footage of here. You know, this is quite a big event, usually in previous years, to have another chance at earning that sweet CP that you need to qualify for Worlds. Sadly, that wasn't the case this year, but it was more for earning rewards, packs and prizes. That being said, it's still a great way if you still have that competitive itch to want to play some more Pokemon after playing 9 rounds the previous day, then this is the best way to do so. Another event that we had on throughout that day, we had a Brilliant Stars pre-release as well. So if you missed any of those events or just want to do another pre-release style event, they kind of do it in cubes or boxes of 4. So 4 players can kind of group together and do a pre-release style event. And they obviously supply kits and energies for you, which is great. And another bit of fun footage as well. There'll be loads of players playing all types of formats, where you can see my friends from Swansea here were playing or rocking a lovely Volcanion EX into a Lapras GX matchup, which is a real nostalgia and throwback, and something that made me very happy because I played both of these decks back in. And there we have it. So that kind of concludes my, I guess, a vlog of the Liverpool regionals that I said took place this weekend. If you liked what you saw, please do leave a like, drop a comment down below if you guys were there. Let me know how you guys got on with your results. That'd be really cool, and what decks you played. That's very, very crucial. Like I said, my friend Connor, shout out to him. He did really, really well. He ended up finishing 14th on day 2, which meant that he was 14th overall, which is amazing, amazing results. I think he gets about $500 and 2 booster boxes. So massive shout out to him and congrats. And that also, the qualification or the result of that means that he now gets to attend Worlds this year. So again, super, super chuff for him. Shout out to Luke and Dave as well. You guys were sick. I loved you guys being there. And as my driver down testing partners and whatnot, I love you all, obviously. And then, like I said, a massive shout out to the boys in Swansea. It was so good to see you guys. It's been way too long. It's been 2 years plus since I've seen you, and COVID has really kept us apart. So it's very nice to catch up with you guys. And of course, shout out to the Odyssey boys in Cardiff. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Elliot, love you, bro. So yeah, that kind of concludes my vlog. I mean, please, if you guys have any tips for like vlogging stuff, please do let me know. I understand some of the footage is a bit skewed. So yeah, so I'll work on that for future vlogging events and things like that. And if you guys would actually like to see more Pokemon content on this channel, please do let me know. I would love to do more Pokemon-y style content if you guys are interested. And it's a bit of a freshen up / mix up from the FIFA content that I do regularly. So yeah, so if you guys enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, comment down below, and do subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me, like I've already said a billion times to you guys in the past. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy. Peace.